Hey YouTubers, it's Vince Romano26 here with an antique show and antique store haul video for January 18th of 2015. Apologize for the late upload. It's been pretty busy around here. I start school again this upcoming Monday, so trying to get a lot of things done before then. But I got a really neat little haul for you guys today. We headed up to the, DC Big Flea in Chantilly, Virginia, and for those of you who live in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania area, I highly recommend checking out this place because you can find some amazing pieces there. Like most antique stores, it's pretty expensive, but you know, if you go there within the first couple of days or so, you'll find something, and that's exactly what I did. So I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is this really cool, I think it's June 1955 modern screen issue. It is featuring Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher's marriage. Debbie Reynolds was 23 when she married 26 or 27-year-old Eddie Fisher. What I love so much about these old magazines is if you, we'll just take a quick flip through here, is you just get a neat little vibe as to what was being advertised back in the olden days. Just like, you get a taste of what it was actually like to live in the 50s. Like, you know, you see pictures of the old movie stars like Joan Collins and Elizabeth Taylor, and I have no idea who Olivia de Havilland is, or and you know, you get to see all kinds of movies that were coming out back in the 50s. Let me see if I can find the page with all the movie stars on it. So we got like Bing Crosby's, hopefully his marriage, or him getting married, You've got Marlon Brando. There's the inside scoop to Debbie and Eddie's marriage. And here we go with all the movie stars. We've got Elaine Stewart, Esther Williams, Anita Ekberg, Liz Taylor. There's a page that I really liked because it really features. Oh, here we go. This page right here. Don't know exactly who these women are, but their figures are unbelievable. I think it's the same person, but it's pretty awesome. And you can, like I said before, you just get a really nice taste of what it was like to buy magazines back in the 50s. What I find extremely interesting is the idea of how annoying the paparazzi was even in the 50s. With today, I mean, we try to catch celebrities out with their baby bumps as opposed to what they did back then. They never exposed celebrities to being pregnant unless they just said expecting or they're with child. They never show celebrities pregnant back in the 50s, so different lifestyle back then as opposed to today, but they were still just annoying. They like to get into the scoop and get into celebrities' business and just be as annoying as they possibly could be, just like they are today. But for this really cool issue of Modern Screen, I only paid $1 for it, and I just thought it was neat because, you know, I really like Debbie Reynolds. I think the 50s version of her was wicked adorable. And I just liked looking through the magazine because, I mean, like I said before, I get a taste of what it was like to be in the 50s because I'm 45 years ahead of the 50s. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And this next piece right here I thought was very interesting. I'd never seen it before. Is this really neat vintage blue velvet Santa Claus ornament. If you guys can see right here, I don't know how well you guys can see that, I paid $3 for it, and I thought it was a little much at first, but then I did some research on it on the internet, and I saw that one of these and a green one sold for $16, so I thought $3 was a really good deal. And I'd never seen a blue velvet Santa Claus before, so, and as many of you guys know, I really like the old blue, so I thought this would fit perfectly with my Christmas tree. And if you see here, it is marked Hong Kong, I think. Let's see. Yep, marked Hong Kong right there. And since I'd never seen one of these before, I just thought for $3 I might as well just buy it because I love blue. And this is perfect. Alright, next piece that I want to show you guys, pardon the blurry picture, is this really neat 1960s, it's either Exxon or Esso Tiger tray. I don't have any of the glasses or anything with it. The guy that I bought this from was doing a clearance sale in his booth at the antique mall, so I decided to pop on it. He had a bunch of bins marked 50 cents each, so I just dug and I found that, and I just thought that was pretty cool looking. Debating on whether or not I want to keep this or not. I think I'm going to actually put this online. I'll start it out at $5. I paid $2 for 4 items. 2 of the items were not vintage. I just thought that they might bring some money in, but unfortunately they're not, so I'm just going to bring those to the flea market with me in April and then let it make me some money there. I just thought this was a really neat piece of advertising, and I don't really know what they bring. They vary depending on condition and depending on if you have the mugs that go with them, but people like to charge an arm and a leg for those mugs, so I just figured I'll just buy the tray, and only 50 cents. I was like, okay, I'll just get that. And if you guys see right there, originally the price was $12. Let me see if you guys can see that. I don't think you guys can. You see $12 right there, so to go from $12 to 50 cents was a steal, so I'll put that online, maybe start it at $5 and then see where it goes from there, and if it doesn't sell online, I'm just going to bring it to the flea market with me and put $5 on it at the flea market, so either way, I still make more money than I did on all the stuff together. Next little pieces that I bought here are these really neat old bird whistles. I paid $1 for them. These were just pretty interesting. I don't see anything wrong with them, minus the fact that they were a little tarnished, especially the clear yellow one. The pink one doesn't seem to be in bad condition, I don't think, so that should do really well. I might bring these to the flea market and charge $4 for the 2 of them. I don't know if I'll do that, or I'll just see how well they do online, so I might put these online. And again, I only paid $1 for them, so that was a pretty good deal. Alright, next pieces that I want to show you guys are these really, really nice vintage glass doorknobs. Found these in a grocery basket, like those plastic grocery baskets that you pick up when you go to like Shoppers or Giant or something. They were just sitting under a shelf at this kind of flea market-y antique store. So I decided to pick those up when I saw the glass doorknobs in them. And they're really nice. They're not they're not chipped or anything, and all they really need is a cleanup. I'm debating whether or not I want to sell these or not. I might keep them and maybe just display them, but I already have a set, so what I think I'm going to end up doing is I might just sell these, and then I will probably list them online and see what I can get for them. Some of them have this, or one of them has this really awkward cover to it, so I might just take some rubbing alcohol to get that off, or some nail polish remover. So I might list these. I don't know what I'll list these for, because it's a lot of 7. This one is just loose right here, and I need to put back on the hinge, but I think for these I will definitely get some good money for them, because I already have my set. And I always like the old glass doorknobs. Or maybe I'll offer them to my aunt. Maybe I'll make her something out of them. Because we did want to make her a coat rack out of the old doorknobs and an old piece of wood. Because in the 70s, my grandparents put up some wood in our foyer and have all kinds of old tools on them. If I get permission to do this, I'll do this during a home tour that I want to give you guys. Just to show you guys kind of like what I've grown up around. And what basically we're trying to do with the house. So that'll be a whole nother video. But for $10, I just couldn't beat the price for these, because I know people do really like these old doorknobs. And these pieces right here, I really did try to take a chance on, especially because they were only 50 cents. I don't really know anything about old ribbons or metals or anything like that. But apparently the person that sold these to me said they were from 1947, and they're from the American Legion Delegate. And they're from the 29th Annual Convention. Really don't know what these will bring, but I just thought they were pretty interesting, and for 50 cents I just decided to take a chance on them. I'm going to leave them like this, and then when I ship them out, that's how they're going to be. And for 50 cents I just couldn't go wrong, and I really don't know what these can bring, but I'm sure they'll bring something, more than what I paid for them. So I just thought, why not take a chance, especially for so little. I just couldn't pass it up. And that's something I've been really wanting to urge all of you buyers who resell. If something is really, really cheap, even if it's something such as this, like say if you found one of these for like a nickel, buy them. Take chances on stuff. I mean, don't take too big of a chance. Like say if you were to spend $25 on this, maybe not, but for only 50 cents, you have to take risks. 'Cause risks are what help make your business grow stronger. And I have the perfect example for that when I get to another item in my haul video. So for 50 cents, like I said again, I just couldn't go wrong. Now this, I was really, really happy to have found. This is a really neat 1960s, I believe it's the 1960s, chrome General Electric toaster oven. I saw it buried under a shelf. It was in a shelf and it was buried under some stuff, and I was like, what is that? And then I saw that it was a vintage toaster. I thought it was very, very cool. These sell for probably $23 online. I wanted it so bad, and when I saw the $10 price tag, I was like, I don't think I want to pay $10 for a toaster. And so then the guy said $5, and I was like, alright, $5 it is, I'll take it. And it's really nice too. It's not really broken. I haven't tested it to see if it works or not. I'm considering maybe even using it if I can clean it well. But now that I actually found a vintage toaster from the 60s, I definitely want to try to find one from the 40s with the cloth cord. So I would like to have another one of those, just because you guys know I really like the vintage appliances. And if we look right here, it says General Electric, and I think this is kind of cool that you have a switch that tells you how, or asks you how well you want your toast to be, so you have it really light, or if you want it dark. That's pretty cool looking. And it's marked General Electric, and it is a made in the United States product, so you definitely know that this is probably still working and is made to last for years. So that's a good quality item to find, and if you want to use the old appliances, I think that's a great thing to do because they're going to last you for years as opposed to the stuff that we buy today. So $5, I just couldn't go wrong with this old toaster. I still have to find out what I'm going to do with some of my stuff because I'm starting to put stuff on the floor again because I'm running out of space to put stuff on shelving. But I guess I'll just make the best of it, and I will try to find shelving for that stuff in the near future. The way. Alright, next little piece that I want to show you guys is this really nice hand-blown coffee carafe. If we see right here, there's a little badge right here. It says heat proof and it's hand-blown. I actually didn't buy this. This was actually something that my dad accidentally paid for, but it's okay. It was only $3.50, if I can get that in there. And it's not broken. It has the original metal cork in it. So I'm going to put this online, and I know coffee carafes don't really sell for much, but the fact that this one actually has the top to it helps. So I'm definitely going to put that online. So I thought that was a pretty interesting piece, and I love the old looking kitchen appliances, as I said, with the toaster. So I figured that something like this just would make for a great display. I'm debating on whether or not I want to keep this or not, because I already have another carafe that I paid $1 for at the flea market. I think it was last summer. So I'll have to see what I'm going to do. I have to see how much I actually make with all the other stuff that I'm going to sell, because I spent $47 for everything you see here, well, minus the stuff that I bought at the antique show, so that's about $51 exactly. So if I can make $51, I'll keep this carafe and put it with the other one that I have, just as kind of a neat display. So I'll have to see what I have to do before I decide I want to keep this carafe. Alright, this next piece right here I thought was, or pieces I should say, actually are very, very interesting. It's a bag of old vintage poppers. And when I say poppers, I'm talking about the things that you put on the table, and then you press down on them because they have a spring. Press them down, and then you wait for them to pop. Found some really, really interesting pieces. This bag of poppers was $4. I'm going to actually pick out a few of them and just keep them, like the bugs and the lion and stuff like that. I might keep a bear. But this one I definitely want to keep. It's an elephant, and I really, really like the elephant because he's green and he has great color to him. As many of you know, I really like a lot of the old colors. And if we look on the bottom here, this is one of the many pieces that will, or one of the many significance as to why this is old. If you see Made in Hong Kong right there. And then some of them have simply just Made in Hong Kong on them. Sorry about that. And there's just a really cool variety. We've got bugs, we've got a lion, or a tiger, I don't know what the heck that is, a bobcat or something. Another bug. Here's a bear, a little blue bear. What else do we got in here? Got more, we got a frog. And I do want to mention that some of these are actually broken. the stand for these, or the surface piece, is actually broken on them, but it doesn't stop them from standing up. So what I think I will end up doing is I'm going to put all these in a basket and I'm going to charge 50 cents a piece for them, and for the ones that have the broken surface stands, I'll charge a quarter for them, because these are going to go in a 50-cent bin for the flea market, because I know these will definitely sell because they're vintage. And if I sell, let's see, $50, $1.50, $2, $2.53. So if I sell, let's see, if I just sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if I just sell 8 of them, I make my money back. So I'll just pick out the ones that I want from this bag, and then I'll work my way towards getting some extra money for these. And they also came with these really neat horns. I'm not going to blow them right now because it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night here, so thought those were interesting. I'll put those in the bin of 50-cent stuff too, and those will definitely sell. They're pink, and you know, little girls love pink. Alright, next piece that I want to show you guys is this really nice vintage Arvin heater. I bought it actually just to put out for display, but I actually looked it up online and saw how much these things are worth. And I really wanted to use it, but my mom insisted that I don't use it because it could be potentially dangerous. Because if we look at the back here, the cord is ripped right here. So what we'll do is, I'm going to actually sell this. I'm going to mention the fact that it works. However, I'm going to say I really am concerned with the fact that this may accidentally burn your house down. So before you guys even think about using it, I highly recommend that it get rewired so that way nothing bad happens. And I didn't even realize that this was actually worth anything until I looked it up online. As you can see right here, I paid $6.50 for it, and I saw online they sell for about 15 to 25 bucks, so I'm going to list it online starting at 15 and see if I can make my money back. So I will just see where that goes from there. I just thought it was a neat piece. I didn't think it would actually be worth anything, but I'm kind of disappointed that I can't use it because of the wiring on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell it online and get my money back for it. So $6.50, I couldn't go wrong with that, and darn it, took the price tag right off of it. And I thought this was very, very interesting. I think this is probably from either the 50s or 60s. It's a rabbit head, and it's kind of got like a fuzz to it. It's got some fuzz, like a, I don't know, like pipe cleaner kind of material, that sort of thing. Thought it was very, very interesting. As you can see, I don't even think I paid for this either. It was $4.50. A little pricey for something like this, but you know what? It was one of the only vintage Halloween or Easter pieces that I really, really liked. Don't know if it'll bring anything, because I think someone made it into a magnet or something, or maybe it was sold as a magnet, I don't know. So I think I'm just going to hold on to him and put him on my old holiday shelf and just let him sit there for a while. I know if I went to Pasadena, or the flea market that we go to, this would probably fall in the range from like $1 or something, but I mean, $4.50, maybe it was a little much for that, but you know what? It's going in my holiday collection, vintage holiday collection, so I don't really have to worry much about that because it's not going up for sale again. But still, it's a really neat looking piece, and I mean, I really like it. Alright, next pieces that I want to show you guys are these really nice Beastal, I think one of them is Beastal, honeycomb decorations. This one was, I think, the oldest. It is an apple. Let me just show it to you guys. It's really neat looking. It's pretty new old stock as well. That's as best as I can get with it right now. So I thought that was really neat looking, and it's not ripped. It's in really nice condition. And where's it marked? Okay, here we go. On the leaf right here, it is marked the Beastal Company and made in the United States. And also what came with it were 2 old turkeys. I'm going to actually keep one of the turkeys, or maybe I'll sell both of the turkeys. And they're new old stock as well, but I cannot actually find any maker's marks on them. Just thought they were really, really neat. And there were 3 of them, or there were 3 pieces in here, and I only paid 50 cents for the 3 of them, so that was a really, really good deal. Didn't expect to find something like that. But I found this really, really neat discounted booth, and they had some really nice stuff in them. So I figured that that would be a really, really good find. I wasn't expecting to find some cool stuff. I did want to find some, or I did want to buy these really neat looking cherub candle holders. They weren't marked at all, but I just thought they were pretty interesting, and I knew somebody would actually buy them. They wanted $1 a piece for them, but I decided to pass on them when I found out that one of them was chipped. So I was just like, okay, I can't buy these because one of them's chipped. And I wish I would have bought them because I knew someone would have really liked them, especially because they were old. But I just was like, I can't sell anything that's chipped because, it ruins it. It doesn't have any value to it. But again, for 50 cents, I just thought that it was a really good deal, and I just couldn't pass it up. Alright, and these next two pieces that I want to show you are these pieces of vintage Christmas. These are probably, I would say, from the 60s. This one might be from the 70s, or I'm assuming probably the 60s or 70s. Originally the price was $1 each, but the booth that I bought these from was actually having a sale of 15% off, so from $1 a piece to 15 cents off, that's 85 cents a piece. As many of you guys know, I like to make books out of all the old paper things that I find. And this snowman right here actually happens to fit in a sheet protector, so that's going to be excuse me, a part of the book that I have. So I'm pretty excited about that. And what I will do in one of my next videos is I will actually show you what I've got in my antique book, or vintage paper stuff. So, and I'll also make a video for you to, make a tip video, to show you guys how to make your own books. And I'll give you some tips as to why I believe that should happen. Again, and only 85 cents a piece, I just really couldn't pass these up, and as many of you guys know, I really, really like vintage Christmas, and I love vintage Easter, and I really love vintage Halloween. Vintage Halloween especially, because the stuff is so collectible, and it's so cool. And although Easter is pretty collectible. Aside from Christmas not being as collectible, I just really like it because this stuff was made way before me, and it's nice to hold on to something that was made in the past, especially if it's in good condition. And I'm telling you, my whole life is going to be based around antiques. I don't plan on having a lot of new merchandise in my household when I get my own place and I have my job for my college degree. But yeah, again, 85 cents for this. I just couldn't go wrong. And actually, this next piece that I'm going to show you was actually the honey hole of the antique stores that I went to. And I think it's probably going to be the honey hole of probably this year, because I was not expecting to find this at all. Again, you guys have probably seen one of these in my videos before. I think it was around Christmas time of 2013 that I actually bought one of these offline. This is an authentic 1916 Coca Cola tray known as the Elaine Girl. I saw it with two other reproduction trays, and I really was not sure whether I should take a look at it because I've seen so many of these at antique stores and I've known that they were reproductions. And the booth that I actually got this out of, coincidentally, was full of reproduction signs from Coke to Pepsi, you name it. I think because the dealer had seen so many reproductions of things, they didn't realize this was an antique. As soon as I saw that trademark, which you can see, let's see if we can get it in there for you guys. As soon as I saw the trademark registered in the tail of that C, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I found a real gem here. And it was with a bunch of other reproduction signs. I couldn't believe it. And I can't even wait to show you guys the price. I'm literally ecstatic. I'm shocked. I was shocked from the minute I saw it, and I tried not to show my excitement because I'd found a real gem, like a real antique, for a really good deal. Alright, if we look here at this little price tag here, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but believe me, I'm still in shock over this price right here. If you guys can see that says $9. $9, not $99. 9 smackaroonies. And that, my friends, is an authentic piece. And that is actually the last piece that I found at all of the antique stores that we hit up in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. However, before I go today, I do want to get any of you YouTubers who are willing to tell me, I need your opinion for this. For those of you who've seen my eBay haul that I did before what was it? It was the eBay haul I think I did before Christmas time. I actually bought this tray offline for $9.99, and then I bought this one just recently for $9. If you excuse me, my phone is about to die, so I need to throw it on the charger. I'm gonna move down to the floor, guys. I apologize. I just need my phone to charge. Alright, so if we compare here, like I said before, I really need your guys' opinion on this because I really don't know which one I want to keep and which one I want to sell. This one right here is the one that I bought offline, and this is the one that I found at the antique store. I really don't know which one to keep because each one has issues. Like if you see this one, it looks as if it was burned almost. And parts of the flowers, it doesn't really look as nice. But over here, the flowers look really nice and are intact. And the picture looks really nice. It's got some like abrasions kind of on it. And the trademark, or the Coca Cola up here is nice and bright. But over here, it looks a little faded. And I have a dent right here, but there's no dent right here. And if we look at the border for each of these, the border's brighter on this one. But on this one, it's a little bit faded. I'm really still in debate. I don't know exactly which one to keep. So I will definitely need your guys' opinion. And I want to let you know that that was everything that I found for January 18th of 2015. Again, I apologize for the late upload. If you would, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, comment and subscribe. And if you have any questions in regards to any of the items listed in the haul video, please remember to let me know. Oh my goodness. I apologize. There's actually one more piece that I didn't get a chance to show you guys. I thought these were very, very interesting. These are 1970s erasers. They come in forms of like a spaceship and robots, a football. Thought they were very interesting. I only paid $2 for them. I think I'll put these in the 50-cent bin as well. Don't know what these will really bring. Maybe I'll put them online. Some of them are marked the 1970s, so I thought they were pretty interesting. But yeah, again, that's everything that I actually got for January 18th, 2015. Again, I apologize for not finding out that I actually missed something. But again, I really do need your opinion on which of these trays I should keep and which one I should sell. Remember that this one is the one that I bought offline for $9.99, and this is the one that I found at the antique store for $9. I really appreciate your opinion, and I really appreciate all the views. And again, if you haven't already done so, please remember to comment and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all of your views and for all the tips that you've given me to help you enhance your knowledge of my passion for antiques. Again, I appreciate your views, and please remember to comment and subscribe. Thank you again for watching.